Lisa?
Say it again.
Where'd I? Okay. All right, let me just, I'll say that again. What I'll have you guys do in the next couple minutes then is go ahead and choose a few of these that you would like to start with. And then what we will do is turn those into specific steps where we figure out the who, the what, and the when. So take a couple minutes. I mean, if you can kind of have a good idea, I can mark them for you if you want to take a few minutes to think about it.
Services.
Okay.
And the recreational activities, because I am putting it with Girl Scouts.
Okay.
She already visited the neighbors, so.
Okay, that's something you kind of already implement.
Janet, is there anything on the list that you would like to do when you get mad and upset? What? What helps you when you get mad and upset? Visiting neighbors, sitting in the hallway,
Maybe we can go.
visiting to Cameron and Tyler, recreational activities. Go ahead.
Maybe we can go outside and play.
Go outside and play.
Okay, well, that's another option we'll throw on here.
Good job speaking up. High five. Turkey. Turkey.
Watch the rain.
Oh yeah, watch the rain.
Anything else you guys want to
Consistent
choose?
consequences.
Okay.
This is my room box.
Yeah, see that? You should have seen before.
Here.
They're the only three I can think of off the top of my head.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. And then, you know, Janet did give the input about playing outside. I don't know, you know, if you think that's,
That to me would be given indoor.
okay.
Yeah, that'd be, that's what I was thinking, that'd be more of a reward
Look at that in a second.
I see what you mean.
to a point.
Okay. So you guys for right now are comfortable with building some steps around consistent consequences, obtaining mental health services, and finding Janet some a recreational activity then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Understand?
And Lisa, how are we doing on time? Is anyone?
It
It's
is
12:15.
Okay.
45.
So we're pretty much on track with our hour then. So what we'll do then, based on, you know, your options that you liked, we're gonna wanna break those down, like I said, into the who, what, and when. So as far as consistent consequences, I don't know if there was a specific consequence you wanted to try to stick to, or if you were just kind of like thinking more generally.
Taking her TV away at night when she goes up to the game.
Okay, perfect.
That ain't a rule.
It will be.
And would that be both you and Tom approaching
Yeah,
that
because
as a team?
I take it and he gives it.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So you guys are comfortable kind of going as a unified force, and here's what's happening. Okay.
Yeah.
So.
I N J R O.
Good job.
Janet, see these action steps up here? See them up there? See what it says? It says, Rita and Tom will consistently take away Janet's TV privilege if, I'm not reading it as she writes, if she has a tantrum. So do you understand what that means? If you have a tantrum, your mom and dad are going to take away your TV You understand
I
that?
have no
And
answer.
when would you guys like to start implementing this? So in other words, like, do you wanna try to start this like by the end of the week? Do you wanna, regroup and start it next week, or when do you think you would like to just have this done by, basically?
I mean, the sooner we start it, the better.
Okay. So if there is a tantrum this week, would you
Yeah,
Yeah,
do it this week?
Yeah.
Okay. What is Friday's date? The
13th.
13.
Friday
Friday
the
the
13th.
13th.
Lisa's birthday.
Darn, I was hoping
Oh.
you would remember.
Oh yeah, it is Lisa's birthday.
I told you I don't celebrate anymore. After 21, I'm over.
It's time
Like
to
I said, if there's no
celebrate.
tantrum this week, great. That's what we're always hoping for, but we wanna kind of plan in the event, in the event that
So you know,
does
this is what we're
happen.
talking about.
And until a new FSP kicks in, I'll support you guys
Okay.
with this and help you guys through it. Because trust me, I know how it is to be consistent with consequences.
Beautiful.
I'm always
Okay.
giving in.
So then as far as obtaining some mental health services for Janet, I know that you guys were kind of working with Terry on figuring out where and when
Come sit on here.
you wanted to have an evaluation. So what do we need to do as far as that still?
We're just waiting on Terry to get a hold of him and to get with us.
Okay, so maybe,
We're waiting for her to get with us to actually get a hold of him. Because
okay,
every time she's with us, she can never get a hold of him.
oh gee, okay,
So what I can do is see if Bree can pick up where Terry was until Terry gets back.
oh, perfect, okay,
okay.
so
Awesome.
is it IE at the end, Tracy, or EY?
You never know. What you writing?
I'm just gonna put, so we kinda understand, like Tracy's gonna follow up with Bree about arranging
Right.
the psych evaluation.
Right.
When do you think you can?
If she's here tomorrow, I'll talk to her about it tomorrow.
Okay, so by like the end of the week?
Right,
Okay.
exactly. No later than Monday.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Daddy, we need to change the diapers. Daddy, he pooped.
Do we need to pause? We can pause. And no problem.
It's fine.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Trust me, it's not.
Okay. So, Tracy and Bree, will arrange a psych eval. Now, do you think she'd be able to have that arranged by like the 16th?
Well,
Or
I will-
you'll address it with
Yeah, I
her?
will address it with her.
Okay, perfect.
And,
I'll put will address
right,
psych evaluation by Monday.
right. And as soon as she gets it scheduled, I'll have her let someone know.
Okay, perfect. Okay.
And I'm going to take care of the Girl Scouts today at some point today when I get home.
Okay, okay.
Awesome. So
And
your
I'll help
mom-
you guys with getting that set up and helping you guys.
Carmichael, so.
Awesome. And I'll also help you guys with finding a church that
In church?
was just
Okay.
like your Newell one.
Okay.
In church? Would you like to
Kevin
go to
wanted to
church?
find one that's close,
Yeah.
but also has
We wanna
a
try the one up on the hill in Carmichael's there, when you go up past Shop and Save.
red brick.
the red
Okay.
brick one.
Yeah.
Awesome.
We never seem to get a bid over.
If we do, I'm at work.
That's my problem.
Reed, I'm just gonna put by Friday. I mean, just in case you
Okay.
guys would get tied up, I'll just make sure we're making sure that this can be successful for you. And then, you had said something too, I think, about a church
Yeah,
activity.
I'll help them to find a church that they feel comfortable in. Because they were in a church in Newell that ended up closing down.
But
Um,
I like the one
it's been
this.
pretty hard for them to find a church that they feel comfortable in.
Okay.
So I'll help them with
I
getting
think
that
Janet
set
has a
up.
question. She has her hand up.
You don't have to raise your
Yeah,
hand.
you
Come
don't
on,
have
it's cool.
Well, we only do that at school too.
Yeah, well, it's good manners, you're right. So it's a good idea all the time, I guess, but what did
What's
you
your
have to
question?
add?
I like Uncle Jesse's church more. Because all the children go on a, why the people are praying, singing, they go to a children's school.
Oh, neat. Okay, well, maybe that's something you guys can keep in mind then when you're
Yeah, that's what
taking a
I'm
look
looking
at some,
looking to get into one that has a children's.
like somewhere that they can
So that's
have
where,
their own.
because we
Yeah, that's
go
awesome.
to Uncle Jesse's and it has a little.
Yeah, it is. It's supposed to get up to like 60 miles an hour.
So I'm like, oh.
Mary, you're gonna have leaves in your car again.
In your car?
Mary left her sunroof open and had a pile of leaves in her car.
I did. And what, Lisa, when do you think you could hook up with a family to do that? Did you want to shoot for like by the end of next week?
Yeah, I'm actually gonna see him tomorrow, but yeah, let's do by the end of next week.
Which would be the 20th? Does that sound right? Next, not this Friday, but the following Friday, is that the
20th.
20th?
Yep. Yep, it's the 20th.
Okay, and then,
When are you going to see us?
I'm going to actually schedule something.
Set for tomorrow.
Oh yeah, tomorrow. Tomorrow. Yeah, I can see you tomorrow. Follow up on the meeting.
You can cancel one day and
No.
then you can come out on the street.
No, I don't want to cancel. I want to come see you. So we're gonna try to find you a church, and we're gonna try to find you Girl Scouts.
There's also, in Carmichael's, something called the Frontier Girls or something I hear.
yeah, I've heard of that one too.
I was about to call it Pioneer.
Something similar.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's Frontier.
It's something very similar to the Girl Scouts, but I know I had another client in that, and they like the Frontier Girls better because they don't do as much fundraising and things like that. I can get some information, you can just look into it and give it to Bree.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I want Girl Scouts because I want to cook.
They actually
Yes,
only go down
yes,
the
me
hall.
too.
They bring the.
And I was a Girl Scout when I was
Active
little.
Bible,
So I
if you
went to
don't have
camp and
Bible.
I did all that.
You go down the
Yeah.
hall right there, and then make a turn, and then you're at all the children's whole thing.
Are you excited about
Very
going
nice.
to church?
Yeah, well, good. And then I just put, as a last kind of given step is that, myself, Ashley, Lisa, Bree, and then Tracy would, with us today would support you guys in completing these steps. So if we're all good, and that would be ongoing support. The next thing we're gonna wanna do then, we wanna come up with a measurement strategy. And basically what that is it's a way for us to gauge whether or not this goal is met. So what would this goal being met look like for you?
Janet.
Sometimes how I kind of think about it too is how many days a week would you say that Janet has a tantrum? Like 3 times more?
We can do it every day. We can sometimes go one day with no tantrum. Usually we can go at least once a day with a tantrum, if not more.
So right now it's practically 7 days a week.
Yes.
Or something.
Yeah.
Do you
And
throw a
sometimes it can
tantrum
be 1
7
time a
days a week?
day, it can be 4 times a day, it can be 5 times a day.
Okay, so. Miss
Have
Janet.
a tantrum one day, then have a cereal one, none, and then have one day, then cereal.
Yeah,
You like to have one day of tantrum, then no tantrum, then another tantrum?
1 day off and then.
You
come
think you
back
can handle
strong the
that?
next day.
And
No,
like
I'm
mommy
just
doesn't
teasing.
throw her little bit because somebody she liked went away.
Okay,
Cause when mommy cries, I cry.
yeah, you're a
Yeah,
nice
sensitive.
daughter.
You're
You don't want
nice.
mommy to cry, it makes you sad. So like I said, I don't know if a success would be if, like if Janet,
Mommy, well,
would not tantrum, say, like 4 out of 7 days maybe? I mean, would you see that is ultimately,
That would be nice.
the goal? Because and it's almost like too, you have to figure, a 5-year-old, they're gonna,
And we want to start off
Yeah.
slow, so we don't want to
Yeah.
go 7 out of 7 days. So like,
we wanna set you up for success,
Do you
you know what I
think you
mean?
could?
because ultimately,
Be a good
and
girl.
if
Throw a
If I could get
tantrum
her to not
sometime.
tantrum at least 2 out of 7 days, I would be a happy camper.
Okay.
Janet, what do you think? Do you think you can have 2 good days without tantrums? Would you try that?
I
Yeah?
think you can.
Oh,
I
there
think
it
you can do
comes.
it.
There it comes.
Oh, goodness. Oh.
Little man just baptized grandpa.
Janet, you're dropping all kind of stuff.
And
You dropped the marker. and
would we
the
kind of want to take a look at that, like over, say, a month? See how we do for a month and where we are, and then if we need to like reconvene, if we're not seeing what we want to see, do you think that would be reasonable?
the slinky.
Over 4 weeks? Okay.
So do you think you can not throw a tantrum 2 days out of the week, Janet? Yeah? You think you can handle that?
2 markers.
2 more.
One was next to Daddy.
So if we have 2 days a week for 1 month where Janet is not having a tantrum, we feel that we've been successful with this
So,
first
Janet.
goal.
We want you to have 2 good days out of 7. Can you do that? You think you can be a good girl for 2 out of 7 days without throwing a fit? Yeah?
Oops, you got your other page too.
Oh, it looks like I have every page.
Need help? Nope. Okay.
All right.
You dropped them again, Janet. Uh-oh.
When I have to go somewhere, they follow me. Right?
Yep.
Okay. So, we've developed our action steps then, as well as our measurable outcomes. Next thing I'd like to do is just kind of check in with you. And
How do you
see,
think the meeting went
Sort of
today?
how you felt.
You
About
feel like
this
the
meeting.
meeting went good?
How hopeful are you on
Yeah,
a
it
scale
was
of 1
fun.
to 10
And you got to learn
that we
some
can get
things?
this accomplished? 10 being the best.
Almost.
Out of 10.
Yeah?
You think this
Yeah.
meeting was good?
I think it would be accomplished.
Hopefully, done.
Okay. What about you, Miss Janet? How do you feel? Do you feel pretty hopeful that we can help you not have any more tantrums?
We can,
Well, tell me this. So, I want to know how hopeful you are. So on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 is the very best. How do you think you feel? Are you going to hold it up for me?
She got it. Wrote it down. Show her.
Yeah, hold it up for me.
Sure.
Pretend like we're on a game show.
And the price is right.
Yay! 10. So everyone feels pretty good about this plan being, workable. So
Yeah.
I'm glad about that. I also want to see who else do you guys think we should have in these meetings?
Who do you think we should have at
In order
these meetings,
that-
Janet?
That could help us going forward.
Yeah, you left it really well.
What about Uncle
You did.
Jesse?
Of course, we want to have Uncle Jesse,
Yeah.
and it was kind of a last minute, he would have been here today.
Dad.
We'll make sure that we do fill him in, and keep him up to speed, and that we'll,
They're all
definitely
here.
plan to have him here
You
next
just want
time.
Uncle Jesse here? What about Tasha?
Tasha.
Janet said possibly Tasha.
Okay?
And I know how to spell Tasha's name.
How?
G-R-H.
No, Tasha is T-O-S-H.
Oh, it's O?
I think.
Okay.
H-A.
Oh, I spelled that one wrong. I'm gonna change that to T A.
H-I-R.
H-E-R maybe for her.
I'll
So
show
you guys
you.
are comfortable
And she
then?
said Uncle Jesse and Becky. Becky,
If had Becky is off from work.
if Becky gets off work.
Yeah.
Is there any like natural supports that helps you guys? I know Rita, yours is all in Lancaster. So even if they could
how you
participate
spell
over the
Tasha,
phone and help you that way, we'd be more than happy to do that. I know you guys said your neighbors. your sister-in-law?
Trina.
Yeah, Trina. I mean, any of those you think would help you guys that we can maybe even include to help you guys? I mean, it's something to think about that we could even consider, and I can talk to you guys more about.
You never know who can help. You know what I mean? Who can brainstorm those ideas? You really never know who could help. You know. If I don't have something, maybe you do. You know, like Tracy said about the.
What'd you say about your parents?
Whatever the Girl Scouts,
Oh,
the
yes.
parent. I can't even say it.
And I think too, like Mr. Mark's coming in, you know, so we can even have like a meeting when Mr. Mark's here,
Yeah, home
Yeah.
parents.
if you want, you know, and we can get him to be involved too, you know, and even when he's out in Lancaster, we can phone him in too, you know, so he can be part of it too, if you guys want. C
I forgot what paper to have.
MARC. Don't get Rita all started.
Oh, no.
See,
I'm joking.
I'm sorry. You don't see the C, I don't think, as much, but I like that though. But,
How do you think the
so what we
meeting
can
went?
definitely do in the next, you know,
Good?
sessions that we have with you, like at the house, is kind of, you know, facilitate some conversations with, you know, some of your natural supports and, you know, hopefully include them, because really, like, 2
You have a
heads are better than
question?
1, 12 are better than 10, 15 are better than 12.
Dan, I
It's
got a
kind of how we
question.
think about it, because like Ashley said, you never know what someone might have to bring to the table, to help you with kind of achieving some of these goals that
He usually cried once a day, but
It's okay,
you have. That's pretty
Dominic.
good for a baby, just once a day.
Dominic.
he's not our baby.
he did pretty good to the meeting though.
He did awesome.
Yeah, he did awesome.
He did very
He
awesome.
was a great natural support that you guys did have here for Janet. I know that's Janet's little buddy.
Calm him down, Dominic.
So then, we're gonna wanna try to go ahead and we're gonna quickly wrap up here because I know we're just about at the hour. We're gonna wanna go ahead and schedule our next meeting,
Okay.
which is what will be the crisis prevention meeting. So in the next 30 to 45 days, what we're gonna go ahead and do is what we call a functional assessment, where we take a look at any behavior in the household that you guys see as something that could potentially turn into a crisis. With that functional assessment, we're going to kind of want to break that behavior down, take a look at what's happening before, after, during, and ways we can prevent that, how we can intervene, and even what some of the consequences would be if that behavior were to occur.
Oh, I gotta sneeze.
So that will be our next meeting. Is there any day that works best?
Shoot me out a date and time.
You got a question, Janet? Go ahead.
Yes.
Any specific for you, Tom?
No, I can get scheduled off.
Maybe on a Sunday morning, we do breakfast and then we can go outside and
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
go to the park.
Yeah, I sure wish we could. Maybe, you know, maybe. But now it's gonna be too cold for us, Trey, to have our meetings in the park.
It might just change.
Maybe once it gets